Okay, welcome to Third Take, everybody. We are not your number one or your number two best NBA podcast, but we strongly believe we should be your number one third choice. These are my co-hosts, Jamie St. John and Court Young. And let's start with you, Court. Why do you want to do an NBA podcast?
Because there's not enough people talking about sports and basketball, and I just feel like I have more knowledge than anyone out there on TV or in the NBA. So I'm here to generously give that out.
Strong. Jamie, what are you? So not enough NBA podcasts. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's like your background with basketball?
I mean, I bounced around the league a little bit, meaning like I went to a few games, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
But
yeah. Jamie, how about you?
I just felt like we were playing a lot of online poker, talking about basketball all the time. The online poker thing wasn't really working out too well.
Mm-hmm.
And just thought it would be a fun idea to hang out with my boys and roast them live in front of millions of people.
And make money.
So just to be clear, Jamie, you're not playing online poker anymore?
Oh.
No, I'm still playing online poker.
Okay.
But now we have a podcast.
Cool.
So that's that.
I think the main reason, too, is that we basically have a group chat that does a podcast every week about the NBA, and so we might as well make millions of dollars on it.
You guys are both about the money. I'm just about the good times.
I'm trying to set you up to get a max contract.
Easy. I already got one.
And because also we're all, I think, more qualified than a lot of the podcasts out there.
Yeah.
JJ Redick, Paul George, Draymond Green, countless journalists, Stephen A. Smith, all those guys. They don't really have the background that we have of impersonating NBA players growing up, playing basketball our whole lives. And
2K.
Jamie and I can't speak for you, Court, but we actually played a basketball game in an NBA arena, which makes us more qualified than probably 90% of the podcasts out there.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like anything cool like that I have. Drawing a blank, but
you played intramural soccer.
That's true. That's why I'm qualified for the podcast. What?
You're a rock star.
Yeah. So are you guys?
No, you're a literal rock star.
Yeah, you're an actual rock star.
Playing shows.
Speaking of, Court, I want you to do the jingles for this podcast.
Yeah, I'll do something.
Can you just do something off the top of your head right now for the intro jingle? Do a Third Take intro jingle for us.
Yeah, we need that, and it needs to be just right off.
You don't need to get an instrument.
Yeah, right off the top, Court.
Yeah, just singing. Okay. Wow, Court just got way better looking.
I can't see the mustache anymore.
Yeah, it's also muting his guitar.
Are you playing silent guitar?
Can you not hear it?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What?
Nope.
Can't hear me?
Yeah.
You're playing silent guitar.
What?
Oh, Court.
You can't hear it.
Put the guitar down. Let's do this.
It's all right, Court. Let's move on to the first talking point. Okay, first segment of the Third Take podcast, we're going to be making our NBA predictions for the season. Since we are already 2 weeks into the season, we have a little more information, but still, these are our predictions for the rest of the season. We're going to do conference finals, NBA awards, and we're going to assign points to them. And at the end of the year, we're going to reevaluate, and whoever scored the most points wins the bet.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. We also have
what do you guys want to win?
Board. So we keep track of everybody's predictions, and if your prediction is true, then you have a more reliable opinion. If not, then we don't listen to anything you say for the remainder of the show.
Yeah. Also for our viewers, that is true as well.
Okay.
You will not be commented back to if you make a wrong prediction in the comments.
Shun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not comment. Do not comment whatever you do.
The other two can lift.
Do not engage with us.
I think we should bet because we're all in different cities. Let's not put money on it, but whoever wins, who scores the most points, the other two have to fly to their city to take them out to lunch. So in a way, we're putting way more money on it than we probably would if we were betting money.
Yeah.
Deal.
Perfect.
Especially for Jamie. We really don't want Jamie to win because he's in Washington.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
All right. Yeah.
Good thing I did no research prior to these predictions.
All right. Start it off, Jamie. Who's in the conference finals?
Yeah, who's
All
your
right.
Western Conference Finals?
Well, Warriors easily.
Great
Really like
pick.
the Warriors. I mean, after watching the Thunder game last night, I just don't know if they have the, leadership and experience. But does that even really matter to get to the conference finals? Maybe. I don't think I'm going to go with the Thunder. I don't like the Suns at this point, but we haven't seen Bradley Beal play either.
That's true.
The Kings are looking pretty good.
Denver's out there.
Denver's out there. Well, that's who I was kind of leaning towards, so I was saving them. I'll
Lakers and
probably go. Sorry,
Lakers and Clippers.
Clippers. I don't know. I don't like the James Harden "I'm a system" quote, and then you have like 3 other superstars with you. I don't know how that works, and it hasn't
really crazy.
been working.
No, they're going to be coming like in and out of the lineup because of like injuries or this or that, so they won't have chemistry because of that too.
I mean, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. That's pretty scary to see on the court. But like, I don't know. Do they mesh? Do they vibe? We'll see.
My thing with that team is that I don't really like that trade because I think it makes one of them irrelevant.
Yeah.
I think Paul George and Kawhi could play with either of those guys. I think Westbrook and Harden, for them to both be good, both need to have the ball in their hand.
Right.
And if they're playmaking and hitting Paul George or Kawhi on the wing, both of them would be really good. But Westbrook's terrible if he's the guy on the wing waiting for the ball. Like, he's not a catch, shoot, stand to the side guy. He needs it in his hand. And James Harden's the same thing. He doesn't move without the ball. He doesn't, even when he gets catch and shoot threes, he doesn't take them. He always dribbles 5 times and then takes it. And so I think they got to trade. Since they traded for Harden, I think they should try to trade Westbrook and get a bunch back for him, because I think they just those two clash. Or one of them.
I like Russell Westbrook this year. He's looking kind of explosive, kind of like the younger Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And if he was okay with being a facilitator, I mean, he is, he's so quick, he's so fast, like he can get people open, but I just don't see that happening with them. So
Harden's going to be the facilitator now. That's the problem.
I like both of them. I like Westbrook a lot, but I don't like him with Harden.
Right. I saw something about them possibly going real small and making Westbrook the de facto center and him just going and grabbing rebounds, basically.
Being DC2
against
for us.
Jokic, though, that shit's not flying.
No, that's not going to work against. I mean, I guess Kawhi would no, they'd probably have to bring in a big guy against those teams. Yeah. It's Zubac.
Even against a Wemby.
Yeah.
You saw Devin Booker trying to guard him in the post. That doesn't bother him.
Yeah. All right, who picks?
Yeah, who's your second pick then?
All right,
not the Clippers, I'm guessing.
I'm actually gonna go Warriors Thunder because of the game last night, and I think that series would be electric.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going in the West. Do you guys want to go West East? You want me to get everything right now?
That would be huge.
Let's do West, then we'll do East. Corey, you go West. The Thunder's a wild pick to me. That would be impressive.
That would be so huge.
They do look super good, but
and they didn't even have SGA last night.
All right, I will go Warriors Nuggets.
Nuggets.
They're probably have looked the best so far this year, and the Nuggets are definitely odds favorites to make it. And I'm gonna pick the Warriors.
The Nuggets didn't look like
going chalk and just picking the go-tos, but I got to go with them.
Yeah, Nuggets look like they picked up right where they left off, basically,
unless someone gets hurt or something.
Yeah. Nice picks, Court. I'm going Warriors because they're winning it all, obviously. And I had Nuggets too, but just because you picked it, I want to pick something different. I had Phoenix and Dallas being in my top 4 also.
Yeah.
Weirdly, Dallas is winning games, but I think it's just all Luka being amazing, and I don't know how sustainable that is. Him dropping 40-point triple doubles every night for them to win by 2.
Yeah, because
I'll take Dallas just for fun.
Yeah. All right, Eastern.
Hey, first part of our first segment done. Everybody take a drink.
Woo!
Yeah, actually, I'll go get.
Do you want a drink? It sounds kind of fun.
What are you sipping on, Court?
No, I'm drinking LaCroix. I cannot drink today.
Come on, brother. You got a mustache, dude. You can do anything you want.
That's a good point.
I mean, I'll go get a little something, Cody.
Let's do it.
Court.
Come on, Cordy. Hair of the dog.
No. I cannot.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision...
All right, guys, let's get serious here.
Okay. Cheers. Hey, labels out because we don't have sponsors. High Noon's paying us $50,000 for me to hold this up for 30 seconds on our podcast.
Nice.
Dang.
Also have M&M's here and Sour Patch.
Whoa. That sounds good.
Ear tune.
I'm going to get some ice. I'll be right back. Just us like eating loudly.
United States government.
Ear tune. If you're surfing the waves or swimming in a pool and you get your ear clogged, buy Ear tune. They will make your ears not clogged.
That was good.
Thanks.
We'll probably get an easy 10 from that, huh?
Also, you'll be this mobile if you wear them.
San Francisco Hometown Creamery.
Damn, that guy's just full squat, heels down.
Nice, Court.
Nice, Court. Do a little plug for it. What do you like about them?
Oh yeah.
With the ice cream in your mouth.
Are you with someone, Court? Is someone with you?
No. Why?
So you're all alone?
Always.
Wait, Court's like
It's nice cream.
what's that Caleb guy's name? Caleb Presley. Court's like the ice cream guy in that. You know,
Yeah.
the guy that eats ice cream in the background.
Yeah. The fat guy.
Court, that's your new role on our podcast.
Oh,
Always be eating
I'll
ice
embrace
cream.
it with open arms.
Perfect. Okay, so where are we at? We did the Western.
We did
got-
West?
Is somebody writing this down? We should be writing this down.
No,
guess we'll have it.
it's gonna pop up here. Bing, bing.
And we
Yeah.
have it recorded forever. Posted
Edit
on the
that.
internet.
All right, Jamie, what are your Eastern Conference picks?
Man, I think the Bucks for sure. I mean, I just fucking love Damian Lillard, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez. Like, it's a solid squad. I think Damian Lillard versus Drew Holiday, like that switch. I love Drew Holiday. Guy's a dog, plays great defense. He's a solid point guard, but like he doesn't have that like Dame time factor where I think Damian Lillard's already hit a game winner this year, right? I mean,
Yeah. I think it was the first game. He definitely had go-ahead baskets in the first game.
Yeah.
he's more of a difference maker, even though I think Drew Holiday is awesome and solid. But
Dame has way more stereo girl factor.
Yeah, Dame definitely has the stereo girl factor.
yeah, he does, unfortunately.
But because Drew Holiday,
I mean,
you don't
good for
feel like
him,
he
but
can- you don't feel like Drew Holiday can drop 40.
he could, but he won't. Yeah. I played against his youngest brother at a UCSC open gym one time
Whoa.
Is
when
he
he was
in
like
the NBA also?
16. I think it was Justin. No, Aaron. I
Aaron,
believe was the youngest. He was like 15 or 16. He was just like floating through the air.
Yeah.
So easy for him. So
And you-
nice.
And you cooked him?
Cooked the shit out of him.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. No footage, but those runs, legendary.
Mhm.
Shout out to Todd.
Yeah.
And Pat.
Those were super fun, where we would hop the fence and drop in from below.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to pay.
Yeah. You hop the front fence.
Yeah.
Run down, you play with it's the staff and then versus like usually the students. And we would run those courts. And then remember Forrest would offer us free taco bar or pizza.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Forrest bought a lot of, I feel like I owe Forrest like $5,000.
Pay him back.
There was
With
like
his-
a year or two in high school where he basically just bought me lunch every day.
You know what? Pay him back with clout. Get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
You'll be even.
We'll sponsor his business on this podcast and he'll actually owe me some money, but we'll be even at least.
The police. Court. All right.
Court's
Uh,
out of here.
Peanut butter and banana.
Court, is this just lunchtime for you or what's going on?
Yeah.
We had this scheduled for a week.
yeah, we agreed no eating on the podcast either.
Did we?
Nobody
I thought we
else.
agreed I was the guy who eats on the podcast. I thought that's what we
Well,
said.
you are a special guest, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. Just after this banana, I'll be done. Oh.
I've
Eat
heard
it
that
like
one before.
eat it really good though.
Mm. All right, Bucks. Who else?
Honestly, that whole thing right there, and if you did it in a Speedo and did post it on OnlyFans, you'd be a rich fucking guy.
That's a good point. I should do that.
Peanut
All right.
butter mustache banana boy.
Yeah,
Do
naked.
the podcast anymore, boys. I got to focus on my OnlyFans page.
All right. So I like Bucks and watched the Knicks last night. I don't know. I love Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Sam Panich.
Yeah, didn't he drop 45 last night on the Bucks?
He's nice as shit.
He's very under. I mean, I know he kind of broke out, but he was very underrated for a really long time.
Yeah, man. I'm a big Jimmy guy.
Yeah.
Big Jimmy guy. And Tyler Hero, Bam, they're solid.
I was talking to my buddy who's an NBA analyst. I was talking to my buddy who is an NBA analyst, and he picked Miami over the Bucks. He went Boston, Miami.
Who's your friend who's a basketball analyst?
Armani Buckets on TikTok, who makes daily NBA content. He picked Miami, Boston.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't believe in the Bucks, which I think is crazy.
What I was going to say after all of that is Bucks Celtics, because I think Drew Holiday on the Celtics is perfect for him.
Yeah.
I think with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and he is a pass first point guard and just a fucking dog on defense again. Dude, that's a fucking solid team. Derek White too. He's solid.
I feel like we all kind of think it's going to be Bucks Celtics.
I'm not picking Bucks Celtics.
I'm wondering if we're all going to pick Warriors, but I guess we'll see what happens here in the next segment.
Court, you have a little banana on your chin.
What?
You got a little banana on your chin.
Saving it. I think the Heat are going to have a down year.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like they're going to have a little bit of they've just gone far so many times and not been able to go through. And then there's a lot of good teams in the East. I just feel like they're going to kind of in the first round or something like that.
I don't think so. You want to know why? Because I think Tyler Hero is going to be healthy. And I think I don't know if he is, but he might be leading them in scoring right now. And I think because he can shoot the three and kind of create off the dribble, and his mid-range is nice too. I think in the clutch, Jimmy has that kind of get to the basket and that turnaround mid-range. But now that he has another guy that can create and is a sharpshooter, I think not only should Tyler Hero, he won't be their best, Jimmy Butler's their best player, but I think Tyler could lead them in scoring and be another option down the stretch, which basically Jimmy Butler didn't have. And I think him just being healthy and taking a step, which it looks like he has, makes them a lot better.
Nice. Okay, who are your Eastern Conference picks, Cody?
Wait, Court, who were yours?
Yeah, were yours?
Oh, mine.
You just tried to sneak past that, didn't you?
Yeah, you tried to just
fucking toss that off.
You tried to get my information.
I was just going with the flow of the show, Dang, I really think it's gonna be Bucks Celtics too, but I don't want to pick the same thing as Jamie.
You can pick the same thing. We have all the NBA awards and stuff. We're gonna be different on all right.
That. Bucks Celtics.
Bucks Celtics. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. The hard part with this too is seeding will matter a lot.
Yep.
But that's what we're picking. I'm gonna go Bucks because I think the whole criticism about the Bucks defense is they have some holes on the wing, their wing defenders. Chris Middleton and Malik Beasley are basically their best wing defenders, which, and they got Jay Crowder though, who's solid.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit older too.
You don't think Giannis is a wing defender?
Yeah, Giannis, I think, could guard anybody on the wing, but he generally kind of guards bigger guys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could probably put him on KD or Tatum for a few possessions and get some stops. But I think that whole they're not good defensively anymore has been talked about way more than it should be. They lost Drew Holiday, they added Damian Lillard, which means they lost a little defense and they gained a lot of offense. I think overall, that's a positive for them, and I'm not worried. So I do think they'll be better. So I'm picking the Bucks, and because I love Dame Dalla and Giannis are two of my favorite players. So
yeah,
definite Bucks, and then I'm gonna go with Miami. Partly for the reasons I just said, but also I don't believe in the Celtics.
What? Can you elaborate on why you don't believe in the Celtics? Because I have a feeling about the Celtics too, but I actually think the piece they added this year is going to help that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they I mean, they've been balling to start the year, so I could be way off on this.
They kind of always are
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
Good point.
But Tatum and Brown, I think are a little overrated.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think Brown probably right about where he should be. I think Tatum's a little bit overrated in terms of like, I don't think he's top 5 in the league, and a lot of people put him there.
Where do you
Mhm.
put him? Top
I
10?
put him around, and I may be better, but I put him Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell. He's right there with those guys.
Okay.
Mhm.
Which is probably just outside the top 10 or maybe 10. But one of those guys is getting
I
10,
know.
not all three of them. But anyways, I think so I think he's slightly overrated in terms of being the next guy who's going to win a bunch of rings. I don't think that's him. And 2, sorry, Jason Tatum, if you're listening to this. And then 2, I think they lost Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, Grant Williams, and somebody else, Brogdon, who are all elite defenders, like some of the best in the league. And it was like the heart and soul of the team. And so I thought that's equivalent to the Warriors losing like Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, and GP2 and adding some star power and thinking we're going to be good. I know they added Drew Holiday, which fills a lot of those defensive holes, but still, I feel like that team's going to look way different. And they've looked great so far, but I think they're going to fall apart at some point in the season.
The depth isn't there either. You know, as much.
Porzingis is fit though too, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Porzingis too on that team.
Yeah, Porzingis has looked really good, and he's a shot blocker, and Drew Holiday fills some holes. But yeah, their bench, their starting 5 looks amazing.
Yeah, they have like no bench.
And then I don't even know then Peyton Pritchard comes off the bench.
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard's baller, dude.
I love Peyton Pritchard,
He's
but I don't think that's a deep enough bench to get it done.
Yeah.
And something about their toughness.
Those are my
I feel
favorite.
like if they match up with Jimmy,
Wait.
Jimmy's just going to beat them. And Giannis is just going to beat them. That's how I feel about the Boston Celtics.
Hey, first full segment done.
Yeah, okay. So we got, Jamie, you have Warriors, OKC, which is bold.
Yep.
And then you have Bucks, Boston. And Court, you have Bucks, Boston, Warriors, Denver.
Yep.
And then I got Warriors. Who did I pick? Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. Nice. And then I got Bucks, Heat. Okay, what are your finals prediction? Both teams and the winner. Solid one.
Sorry, I got a couple of M&Ms going. All right. Shout out to M&Ms.
Yeah. Thanks for sponsoring this episode.
And they're consistent. I mean, they've been around for 100 years.
That chocolate, every time. Same chocolate.
It's from the
red, yellow, green.
The Swiss Alps. It's good. All right. I'm going Dubs. And I'm going Bucks. And that's probably a pretty average general prediction, but I really do see it going that way. And I'm going Dubs all day. I mean, I truly think that the Warriors are going to win a championship because I really like Chris Paul on that team. I love the way that Steph and Chris Paul play as 2 guards, and they can facilitate and they can move and they can go off screens and they can set decoys up, and Clay's coming off, and Draymond is so smart with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a really fun offense to watch. Like, we just saw him drop 140 in 4 quarters last night.
Yeah.
Got the dub on a game winner. I just really like Chris Paul. Yeah.
We have a pretty whiny team though, to be honest.
Dude, I'm telling you, last night, Draymond, I love that dude, but it's like, guy, just let's let it go, man. He was talking to the refs so much, and he clearly went up and kind of threw the elbow out a little bit, and I don't know.
It is the first time I found myself rooting for Chris Paul's drawing foulness. I used to think it was so annoying, but when he did it, I think it was the end of the 3rd quarter last night. and we were down by 1, and he just got free throws to end the third quarter. So we were up going into the fourth. I was like, that's nice to have on your team.
I
But-
can see how like our roster to a non-Warriors fan would be pretty unlikable.
Yeah, even Steph, I think, we're around all Warriors fans,
Yeah.
and so everyone loves Steph. When I talk to people that are not Warriors fans, a lot of them think he's because he's not humble.
Yeah,
Like he
kinda
does it with a smile on his face, but
Yeah.
he's dancing, he's shimmying, he's night, he's doing the Home Alone. Like he's as loud as anyone in your face when he's letting you have it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's funny. Like, if you go on IG and you look at the comments, Steph gets a lot of love. If you look at the comments for Draymond,
Yeah.
it's
I was literally saying that to Carly last night while we were watching it in the fourth quarter when they took that 5 minutes to figure out the goaltend.
Mhm.
I was like, Draymond is the most volatile player. Like he made 2 game-winning plays where he had he took a charge on Chet and then came down and had a lob to GP2 for that put us up 2. And I was like, God, Draymond's the best. And then he like had some dumb foul, sent them to the free throw line, and then almost like ruined the whole game winner. And I was like, Draymond is just so like, he's so great. And then he's so volatile. He's up and down so much. But I think overall he's good for us. But wait, so you're going Warriors, Bucks, Warriors winning it all.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Cody. I still think we need to add a big guy before the trade deadline. But it can be like we need to add like a Zubac, like just any big guy.
God, you love Zubac so much. The other thing is, but I think the other thing is our rookies. I have no idea how to say his name. Potty. We'll call him Potty. Potty Boy, and Trace. Both of them, I think, are different than Moody and Kuminga, where Moody and Kuminga have high ceilings, but they like needed to develop. Both of these guys are like polished, ready to go, in my opinion, but their ceiling probably isn't as high as those guys.
Yeah.
But they can get minutes and contribute, I think, right away. And Trace looks big and he's making plays for us. Okay,
So-
Court, let's go to Court. Hey, Court, what's your finals teams and finals and NBA champion?
As much as I love the Warriors, I'm going Bucks over Nuggets.
First non-Warrior prediction on the podcast. Take a
you gotta
drink.
mix it up.
Yeah,
we
the
can't
East Coast team.
Wow.
we can't all pick the same thing, so I gotta mix it up. But also,
Hey, Court, you can do whatever you want, dude.
good point. I have a mustache.
Yeah.
Um,
Mustache. You can
And
pick
it's a
whoever you
nice
want to pick, baby.
but I just think that would be an awesome finals, like Giannis against Jokic, and like if the Bucks win, Giannis kind of takes back the crown of like best player in the world, but it's like through a battle in the finals. Also, I really want Dame to get a ring.
I really want Dame.
Jokic finals matchup would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's true, but you know what would be better than a Giannis Jokic finals?
Huh.
Stephen Curry. Giannis. Stephen Curry Dame?
Yeah, that's true. Steph Dame.
World battle minus Luka?
Yeah.
And honestly, it kind of sets me up nicely because if Dame gets a ring, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm happy too. I got Bucks Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Warriors winning it.
That's what Jamie had too, right?
Yeah, the Bucks is the first time if they won it and the Warriors didn't, I wouldn't be that sad.
Yeah.
I've never said that before in my life because I want Dame to get a ring so bad. And and partly also I want Dame to get a ring more than I want Chris Paul to get a ring.
Yeah.
You'll
was talking about all that stuff.
But I'm still picking the Warriors. I want the
come
Warriors.
around.
Yeah.
You'll come around to Chris Paul. You
No,
guys
I
will
love
never-
Chris Paul.
I'm
love
on
Chris
the same
Paul.
page as you, Cody. I'm not a Chris Paul fan.
What you said, Jamie, I loved him in New Orleans. And I like him on the Warriors.
Yeah.
But all the time in between that, he was the most annoying player to me because it was him and James Harden. I know they're on the same team.
Yeah.
But even separately, the amount, I get that it's strategic and they're trying to win games and win possessions and get to the free throw line and create all this strategy, but it just looks a little weak.
Yeah.
It looks a little weak, and it's just annoying. It's annoying way to
Yeah.
play.
Also, like, yeah, I would just way rather Dame's legacy take a bump than Chris Paul's. I mean, I don't know how much Chris Paul's legacy would take a bump if he wins a ring right now with the Warriors, because he wouldn't, he's kind of like, it's way different than if he had won a ring like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? But I'd still way rather have
Would
Dame
he
with one.
surpass John Stockton if he got a ring?
I think people would put him past him right now.
Yeah, it's pretty close right now.
I think that fifth
probably.
spot of like the best point guards. I mean, really, there's 3, and then 4, 5 is
Dame if he gets a
like,
ring. If Dame gets a ring.
well, that's why I want Dame to get a ring, because I think if
Yeah.
Dame was squatted up the way Steph has been squatted up for his career,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be Steph, but he would be talked about as this all-time great point guard up there with the top of the guys of that list. And I think because he's been in Portland for so long, he's not. Because right now, my biggest thing.
That's a hot take.
My biggest thing with Dame is I would always take Dame over Westbrook. But all time right now, Dame's not higher than Westbrook because Westbrook has so many more accolades and has been in the playoff battles and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But Dame always beats Westbrook head to head. And like being in the league at the same time, I think most people feel like Dame's better. But he's been in a small market team and he hasn't got an MVP. He hasn't set a triple-double record. He hasn't led the league in scoring. He hasn't gone deep into the playoffs. He's just like, he's the best, but he's not. He hasn't had a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good point. Russell Westbrook does have more accolades and accomplishments as far as triple doubles, MVPs. That is true, but I don't think Damian Lillard hasn't had talent around him. He's had CJ McCollum. He's had. Did he play with like LaMarcus Aldridge? Like, did he play with, some other?
Yeah. None of those rosters though were like if these Warriors teams have been like built super well. Like Dame's rosters, like if you look at them, they've always been like they've always had like pretty significant weak spots.
Are the Warriors rosters elevated because of Steph though? Like,
well, yeah.
Draymond and Clay, do they get more hype if they weren't on a team with Steph?
No, I think it's both. It's like
and
that's what made them so good. Yeah.
Well, I think Dame has had a B-level star next to him before, but not a whole squad. Welcome back to Third Take, everybody. That was our commercial break. We are not your number 1 or number 2 best NBA podcast, but we strongly believe we should be your number 1 third choice. And now we're going to talk about who your early season MVP prediction is. Jamie, let's start with you this time.
Oh, man. I mean,
I already know my pick.
Me too. I think it's the same pick.
I really, really, really want to say somebody. Yeah. I do think that Steph deserves it. I don't think he'll get it this year. I honestly don't. I hope Wemby doesn't get it because I think that's all media hype.
MVP?
Dude, he's already, look, if you look at his stats.
No one's saying that.
Don't make a face like that.
Dude.
Don't make a face like that. He does an ugly, both of you ugly faces.
That take was stinky.
Yeah, we're gonna put you a lower third.
Did I say that Wemby was getting MVP? No, I didn't.
Stinky take.
All right, Jamie's pick is Victor Wembanyama.
Yep, moving on.
Nice.
Lock it in.
I'm going Steph.
Nice.
MVP?
Yep.
God, I love that.
I think he gets one more by the end of his career. Fuck everything else I said.
This is the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
he's playing so well this year.
He's
like
playing
first 5
really,
games, but
really well. Already has a
like he might be the MVP right. He's definitely like top 5 right now. Top 5?
Yeah. Top 5.
Name 4 other better than Steph right now. Right now.
Luka, Jokic.
Yeah.
Probably Tatum.
You both but Luka?
Tatum's undefeated.
Luka's killing it right now.
Luka has records the same as ours, and he's
averaging like
30-point
triple double.
He's averaging over 30 and a triple double, and Tatum dropped 50 the other night and is undefeated. And there's probably one. No, but I think Steph's top 5. But
Yeah, it's probably those 4 right now.
yeah.
But yeah, my pick is Luka.
Nice.
I just feel like for them to be he's gonna have to carry that team, and they're gonna have to score so many points because they can't defend anyone. And he can do it, so I think it's gonna be him.
I'm gonna go Luka also because I just think like this is the year where the best player in the world has been Giannis or Jokic for like 2-3 years now, and people, every once in a while Embiid will be thrown in there or whatever. But I think Luka is gonna enter that conversation seriously this year, where people are gonna say that, and I think in order to do that, he's got to win MVP. And I think the way he does it is he's gonna put up numbers like he's putting up right now. 30-point triple-double type numbers. And I think the Mavs could finish top 4 in the West. And if they're anywhere in the top 4 seeds and Luka averages the number he averages, I think he gets it done.
Yeah, I still don't think people are gonna like say he's better than like Jokic or Giannis though, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think offensively he's the best in the world. You could make an argument for Jokic, but I think defensively Luka lacks there, and so that's why I don't just say he's the best in the world, but I think he's right there with the best in the world on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
So you think this year is his year for MVP, and it's not going to take maybe 1 or 2 more to like solidify? Because you know how it kind of goes where like nobody really makes that jump just all of a sudden to like the top spot. So usually they're like top like 2 or 3, and then like they get theirs, or they
He's been like top 4 a couple times, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think Luka's going to be the best player in the world, and I think he cements it. This is my hot take. Luka's having a breakout season.
Save it.
Luka's a superstar.
Save it, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're Luka, and you went Steph, Jamie? That is so cool.
Yeah, I went Steph.
That is...
Dude, I mean...
I love it.
There's no reason why he can't get an MVP this year. You think Luka's the best in the world? That's fine. I still think Steph is the best in the world.
Nice.
Like,
Love it.
I love it.
Jokic and Giannis, yes, are fucking forces, but Steph Curry is Steph Curry. Like, Steph Curry is a one of a kind. Like, it is a trendsetter, is like a magician. And dude hits a couple more game winners and leads the league in scoring, or is up there. Warriors win a championship. Yeah, Steph should be fucking MVP.
Yeah, I agree with you. If all that happened, I do think the Warriors would be a top 4 seed. I just don't think, because our team's deep this year, and because I think we're going to be winning games and managing minutes with Chris Paul and Steph, and like managing so that we're healthy in the playoffs, I don't think Steph's going to lead the league in scoring. He could, I agree, like he could, but I think just the way we're going to be this year, I don't think he's going to. And so I don't think he's going to be putting up the number. Like, I think he'll average 27. That's what I think.
Yeah, all right. If we manage his minutes and he plays, 40 or 30 something a game, but he's still going to Steph. He's still going to get out there and he's going to drop 40. He's going to drop 50. He's going to have game winners. He's going to have crazy 14 3-point game, like he's going to do Steph things. That guy is still moving like he was moving in his MVP seasons. And even if they, load management and watch his minutes, like Steph still just does shit in like 3 quarters, and then we'll sit the entire 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And, maybe that doesn't get recognized. Maybe that gets overlooked. But if they win a championship, if you're telling me that doesn't go into account, it's the most valuable player.
I know, but they don't.
It's the most valuable player in the regular season, though. It's not the most valuable player. It's not the best player in the world. It's MVP of the regular season.
We have the Finals MVP. I get it, but just saying. Oh,
yeah,
I agree. Regular season,
Jamie. Nobody wants. This is the one answer I want you to be right. I want you to beat me in court really bad. I just think that Warriors. I think Denver. I think Dallas has a shot. that'll be tough. They're all going to be top 4 seeds. And I think Steph is going to be like 27, 6, and 6. And I think Jokic and Luka are going to be like 32, 33 and triple doubles. That's the only reason why I'm not picking Steph.
That's a good.
We could even be in first place and they're in 2-3, but I think their numbers are going to be, because what's required from them for their team to be good is like Warriors still rely on Steph to be the number 1 option, but we have a deep squad and we're veterans and we're older, so we're going to be managing energy, where they're like, Luka's in cement his name mode and Jokic is in, I'm on top of the mountain, stay on top of the mountain mode.
And they're both definitely going to get more assists and rebounds than Steph. I mean, they just are gonna. So Steph would have to really outscore them.
Yeah, the Nuggets offense runs through Jokic, and the way he plays, he just puts up numbers.
Yeah, and he's going to grab boards too. So that's not like they're both rebound. They're both just gonna fill up the stat sheet.
Picks are locked in.
I'm not fucking changing my opinion.
No.
I don't want you to.
Yeah, don't.
Defensive
player of the year. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah, DPOY.
Steph Curry.
Court.
Steph Curry. He's been an underrated defender, but he can lock people down when it matters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's your take.
And he can turn water into wine.
Court, we're gonna lock that in if you don't correct it very soon here.
He said Jesus.
3, 2.
Okay. Wait, so am I going first then?
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah, let's switch up the order a little bit.
Yeah, hey guys, let's mix it up.
Dang.
Be flexible.
Defensive player of the year is kind of a tough one. But
I already have my pick.
I do too, but I'm gonna kind of change based off what you guys pick.
Oh shit. Okay.
Same here.
But it's 1 of 2 guys.
Mine's 1 of 2 as well.
Are they rookies?
Yes.
Court, who are you going with?
Dang. All right. Dang, could Victor Wembanyama win defensive player of the year? Yeah, I'm taking it. Victor Wembanyama.
All right, let me get a second here.
Nice pick, Court. How many blocks do you predict he's going to average?
3.
Oh.
I think the next 2 choices are between 2 people.
Okay.
I think Wemby and Chet are going to be front runners for both of those 2 categories. Defensive player of the year and rookie of the year.
Jamie, what's your defensive player pick though?
I'm going to go Wemby.
Nice.
Wemby? Okay, nice. I'm going to go Giannis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tricked you when I said it was Chet or Wembanyama.
Yeah. No, Giannis is a solid.
Sabotage.
He'll have to do more defensively for that team this year too.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's gonna step it up on that end and take less offensive load.
Yeah, that's almost definitely true.
Thanks, Court.
I just think historically big men usually win that award. And both Chet and Wemby are shot blockers. And like
Giannis kind of though.
No, Giannis is,
gets
but
some
it
blocks.
depends on who he's guarding.
Yeah.
So if he's guarding in the post, if he's playing down low, I think, and he's a rim protector, sure. But if he's out there guarding wings, and Brook Lopez is more so the paint protector, I think it's really heavily based off more so. Like if you look at the best defenders in the league, there's some guys out there that are absolutely locked down. But then you'll have the center who gets like 2 or 3 blocks a game.
You know what is the most disappointing thing about Defensive Player of the Year is, guys like Drew Holiday, because they factor in blocks and steals so heavily instead of like stops and causing disruptions or hands on ball stuff you can't really measure in the stat sheet. Like Drew Holiday should have multiple Defensive Players of the Year awards, but he doesn't get a block a game even probably. You know what I mean? But he's like, everyone will unanimously say like he's
Did he not win it once? I thought he did win it once. No,
maybe not that I know of, but I can get the research team to get us.
Marcus Smart won it, right?
So let me read off the list to you guys. So Jaren Jackson, Marcus Smart, Rudy Gobert, Giannis, Rudy, Draymond, Kawhi, Joakim, Joakim Noah, Marcus Sol, Tyson Chandler, Dwight Howard, Kevin
Damn.
Garnett, Marcus
3 years in a
Camby,
row.
Ben Wallace,
Dwight Howard was a beast.
Meta World Peace, Ben Wallace,
That's
Dikembe,
probably far enough back.
and Alonzo. So that's going back to 2000. So I think one guard has gotten it in the last 20 years.
Smart, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Marcus Smart.
And
then a
before
couple wings like Kawhi.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Trivia. Yep,
Oh,
it is.
nice.
It is the first spontaneous trivia. All right, boys. And this is for $100. So,
Okay. Holy shit.
and that
Oh,
is
God.
sponsored by Cody Love. And the question is, prior to Marcus Smart winning Defensive Player of the Year, who was the last guard to win?
No Googling. No Googling. Michael Jordan.
Locked
Kawhi
in.
Leonard. Okay. And you didn't just name him in that first.
No.
I got it. Kobe.
Ooh.
Ah,
Kobe.
both of you are wrong.
Wait, let me try again.
Prize money has dropped to $1 grand prize.
Damn it.
Here's a
And
hint.
will we be able to guess this person?
Here's a hint. Yes. Here's a hint. The last person to win it, it was 1996.
Oh, I got it. Bruce Bowen.
Oh,
Court?
that's a good guess.
Thank you for it.
I don't know. I'm
excited.
stumped. Who is it?
Wrong again, Cody.
Who
What's
is
it
it?
down to now?
Okay. Let me give you one last hint, and you better get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is it like a buzzer situation where we have to tap in, or how do you want to do this?
I'll give you, you have to just like say tap, and then I'll give you 3 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I found an M&M on the floor.
Sponsored by M&M.
Even better when they've been on the floor.
Mm,
All right.
that's a good marketing campaign.
Here is the third and final hint. His son currently plays in the league.
Oh, Gary Payton.
Oh, you didn't say tap.
Cody,
Gary Payton.
you got it, buddy.
Court, you owe me $1.
No, Jamie clearly said the prize was funded by you. So
It was.
Yes.
congratulations,
$1 richer.
Cody.
So we got Wembanyama, Giannis. Let's go to 6. What, rookie of the year or 6 man? Rookie of the year.
Rookie.
I mean, it's gonna be Wemby.
Okay. I'm taking Chet.
I'm going Chet too. I'm going Wemby, Depoy, and Chet Roy.
I think Wemby wins both.
I think if Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year, he's probably going to win rookie.
Right.
I think they'll split it up.
Yeah, maybe if they both have like great seasons, they'll split it up on purpose. Like just to, I don't know. If they
I'm
both
going
have great
Chet.
seasons.
Chet Rookie of the Year because I think Wemby's numbers are going to be better, but I think Chet's going to be in the playoff conversation. I don't know where, maybe they're top 4, maybe somewhere. I think they'll be in that 4 to 6 seed out of the play-in, and I think he'll be, putting up solid rookie numbers, like a double-double of some kind. Probably the second leading scorer on the team.
I also think the higher you rise, the harder you fall. And I think
yeah, big sexy.
Okay. And the rich just keep getting richer.
And I think that Wemby is so loved and just like people are on that beep. That if anything happens, sorry.
I'm gonna beep it in the.
I know, but I'm like giving it to you. I'm giving it's free editing.
Yeah, Jamie's on top of it.
Oh, I see. You're cutting work. You're cutting the workload out.
You wanted the simple.
You one smooth mother beep.
What was I
All
talking
right.
about?
Beeps. Keep going. Oh, that
Yeah,
Wemby's
you're a
gonna
little-
fall hard because of expectations.
I think that the more glorified in this day and age that you are, especially in social media and just like, he's hyped right now. People like we turn so quickly on people now, and like the moment he starts having like a rough stretch, people are gonna be like, he's not the guy, not this, not that. And I think the Spurs are gonna possibly not even. They might make it to the playoffs, but they're not going to go as far as OKC, in my opinion. And so I think that the hype is going to fall off of Wemby. I think he'll still get like Defensive Player of the Year because he'll probably average the most blocks. But I think Chet will actually end up being like more consistently like better over the course of the year, and his team will do better. That's my take.
So you're Chet too. We're both Chet.
Yeah.
And Court's Wemby.
Yes, sir.
You got any defense for Wemby, or you want to move to the next section?
I mean, it basically just goes. I think he's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. So like, and he's already showed that he can score. Like, even if he averages, like I think he'll get to averaging 20. That looks pretty doable. And if he's like, even if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, if he's like that caliber of a defender and he's putting up like 20, like probably gonna win with Rookie of the Year. And also, like kind of because of the hype too. As long as he doesn't completely let down the hype, like I think people will ride that hype train.
Yeah, I agree. But if it turns, it can be worse. Whereas like Chet's not totally.
No, that's true.
Right? So he could be like the guy that comes in if Wemby takes a dive.
Yeah. All right, Sixth Man of the Year.
Sixth Man of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year. I'm gonna go with who even is a sixth man this year?
I know.
You guys got anyone for this? I need to think for a second.
I mean, honestly, Chris Paul.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Court. Because I think when Draymond plays, he comes off the bench. But I don't know if that's gonna hold up the whole season.
Yeah, and also I don't know. Like Chris Paul, I think is gonna play well. He is playing well. I just don't know how like much numbers, like how much he'll fill up the stat sheet to win a Sixth Man of the Year, even if he's like playing really well. But I'll still go with Chris Paul.
That's a nice pick, Court. I didn't even think about that. One more thing about Chris Paul is he's been playing so great for us and has fit so well, and he's 1 for 20 from 3.
Yeah, damn.
Imagine when he starts hitting. Like,
Yeah.
He hasn't been scoring, and he's made our team so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Jamie, sixth man?
I like the Chris Paul pick a lot. I just don't know if he's going to continue to come off the bench.
Yeah, that's a weird one. How much? Do you know the rule? Like, what is to be eligible for Sixth Man of the Year? You probably you have to come off the bench probably like a minimum of like, I don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's people who have started games who win Sixth Man of the Year. It's probably like a certain number of games you have to qualify, you know?
Yeah. Didn't they just change all that this season where there's all these like 65 game limits to winning awards? So maybe it's 65 games coming off the bench. I think Chris Paul is going to continue to come off the bench though. Like if someone gets injured, he won't. But I think we have a pretty comfortable situation like that.
Yeah.
I've got one that I like.
How about Emmanuel Quickly?
Oh, nice pick.
I'm pretty sure he's the Vegas odds favorite right now.
I'm gonna go Bobby Portis.
Nice.
Oh, nice. My sneaky pick I just thought of was Russ.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, but I don't think he's gonna come off the bench.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna come off the bench either.
It says that Emmanuel Quickly is the Vegas odds favorite by kind of a lot somehow. I don't know.
You're welcome, Vegas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good
I have
luck,
a theory. Do you guys think these guys are very similar in their style of play? I feel like they all kind of got on my radar around the same time, and they all play so similar to me. Even their shots look the same.
Who?
Quickly, Maxey, who I think is the best of these three.
Yeah.
And Highland, Bones Highland.
Bones Highland.
All three of those guys, they're so fast. They all can
Yeah.
shoot, and they all have a really like straight up and down shot, and they're so
Yeah.
explosive and quick.
I think Maxi's still probably the
don't know.
best out of them.
I think Maxi's the best, but I think I feel like Highland needs to be used on the Clippers more. That's what,
Yeah.
also what I didn't like about the Harden trade is like
Yeah.
I think Westbrook's great for them without Harden. With Harden, he's
Mhm.
not. And then they had a great backup point guard that should be like nurtured into more playing time instead of sitting on the bench with
Yeah.
Harden and Westbrook, you know?
Right.
Anyways.
All right, scoring champ. Cody, go first on this one.
Mix it up.
Scoring champ. I mean, I'm gonna go Luka.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
I'm gonna go Luka because I think it will complement my MVP pick, so I'll be aligned.
Yeah.
Luka's a good pick because he doesn't have a lot of competition on his team for scoring.
Yeah. I'll go with Joel Embiid.
Nice, Court.
That's-
Did he win it
that's a
last
good
year?
pick.
Did he get it last year?
I think so.
He was up there.
And now no Harden? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I think
That's a great-
Maxey is averaging 30 right now, though.
Yeah, Maxi is killing it.
I don't know what their record is, but Maxey has been
What if
balling, and
Maxi what if Maxi wins scoring champ? That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be cool.
that would be awesome. I don't think he'll score more than Joel over the course of the season, but I
Yeah.
think right now he might be higher than him.
Yeah.
I'll go Jokic. Actually, I'm
Hmm.
going to take that back, and I'm going to throw something else in the pot.
Oh yeah, dude, throw it in.
I'm going to go Damian Lillard.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Steph.
I thought you were gonna say Steph too.
I
Like,
wanted to say Steph, but
Yeah.
I don't think – I think he'll be 30, but I don't think that'll be the highest. I think Damian Lillard,
That's a good call.
if
Yeah.
Giannis is – because I think Giannis is very unselfish and does not care about scoring and, like,
No.
would be okay with hitting, like, 20, 25 a game.
Yeah.
And Damian Lillard just being, like, the guy. The
Lock it.
scorer.
Giannis taking over on defense more.
Yeah.
Like what Chris Middleton kind of was doing alongside Giannis, but wasn't the main guy. Like Chris Middleton was a scorer, and he was an all-star a couple of years, I think, but he wasn't ever going to be like the scorer.
Yeah.
But that was kind of his role.
Middleton
know?
also seems like he's fallen off quite a bit.
He was injured, right?
I guess he's coming off an injury. You're right.
I think he came back late last year.
Okay, guys, I think that. Oh wait, Court, have you picked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I picked and yeah.
Great
So that finishes our first talking point of our podcast. Cheers. Court, eat a banana or something.
I'm getting hammered.
Yeah, you are going hard over there. I like it. Okay, second talking point. The in-season tournament just started. First of all, what do you guys do? You like it? And follow up to that, do you understand the format?
I
let's go
really
with you.
like it. I really like it. I was actually saying this earlier. Like I love basketball and I love high quality basketball and I love competitive basketball. And I think that the format makes sense to offer a cash prize to incentivize the guys who aren't making the max contract, who want an extra $250K or whatever it is. I think that it makes those guys compete more. I think the superstars and rosters are healthy. So I think guys want to get after it. And from what we've seen so far, dude, these games are great. Steph Curry on a fucking game-winning floater finger roll. Dallas, Denver last night, Milwaukee. It's fun. I like it. I don't know why. I don't see a reason not to like it because I think it's just like it's competitive basketball. And as a basketball fan, like, dude, when there's a Friday night at this point, like I'm not going out to the bar. I want to watch an NBA game. I want to get some sweatpants on. I want to watch like 7 games that are fun, competitive, overtime, down to the wire.
Totally.
Yeah.
I have no friends too. Court, what about you?
I concur with everything Jamie said, but I don't understand it that well.
Yeah, I don't. Jamie, do you understand the format?
It's just it's a win or go home.
But I think
Oh.
I think there's a pool play in November, right? Where there's 4 groups of teams. There's like a West
Okay.
A, a West B, an East A, East B, and so there's whatever 5 teams or 8 teams or something, however many teams there are in each of those pools, and they all play and get a record, and then I think there's like 2 move on to Vegas, and then there's like 2 wild cards overall, and then when they're in Vegas, it's one and done. That's what I
Can I read the rules to you guys real quick?
kind of like soccer. Let's play Richard Jefferson's trailer explaining the rules right here.
Perfect. That's amazing.
But Jamie, you narrate it.
Oh, we don't have a video? Let me
The clip
share my
wasn't loaded.
screen.
Our tech guy didn't have the clip loaded. Yeah, Dylan, our tech guy, didn't show up today. Let's just have Dylan be the tech guy, and he never shows up.
Yeah,
Blame everything on him.
Damn it.
bad at his job.
Yeah, damn it, Dylan.
You guys just get ready for this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Everybody, the NBA first ever in-season tournament is now official. But how does it work? Like this.
I don't know. Richard.
First up is group play.
You hear?
All 30 teams will be split into 6 groups. 3
guys
from
hear
the
this?
East, 3 from the West, with a random draw based on last year's regular season records. Here's what the groups look like in the West. Here's what they look like in the East. Each team in a group plays each other 1 time. A total of 4 games, 2 at home, 2 on the road.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Now, those games happen Tuesdays and Fridays in November, so set your calendar. Basically, these regular season NBA games also count as tournament games. Now, in each group, the team with the best group play record after those 4 games, they're moving on. The team with the next best record in each conference, those 2 are the wild cards. Always watch out for the wild cards. Now, we get to the knockout round. 8 teams, single elimination. And you know what that means. Win and move on, or lose, and you're out. And the last 4 teams standing, guess what? You're headed to Vegas,
What is it,
baby.
Richard?
That's right. In Las Vegas, the semifinal battles will get us to the championship game on December 9th. 2 teams in a winner-take-all final to be named champion and be awarded the first ever NBA Cup. Come on now. Look, there's a lot to look forward to this season. Players on new teams, rookies.
All right. So,
Always got to watch out for the wild card.
I mean, that was pretty good, right? We all got a good understanding. I didn't.
Yeah, I just don't
know
get the point. Like, what do you win? You just win. What do you win?
money,
They get a
Oh,
trophy.
bragging
like,
rights.
Mhm.
but I think also,
Do you get home court
you
advantage?
know, if it's a thing from here on out, it'll be one of those things that people count as legacy. Oh, he has this many MVPs, this many things. He has this many in-season tournament championships. Like, I think for LeBron, it matters because he'll be like, I won the first in-season tournament champion. Right now, it doesn't seem like it, but if they do it every year and it's a trophy and an award they get, they'll start putting it on the resume. And I think for guys like that, like, yeah, there's $1 million payout, I think, for all the players if they win it. But I think for guys like LeBron or the top echelon, eventually they'll start adding that into the resume of things they're counting for that argument.
I don't think so at all. I'm sorry.
All
I
right,
just
let's
gotta
move
say.
on. All right, next topic.
No, the reason why I don't think so is because it's like college or even like high school. Like, you have these preseason tournaments, and like myself, if someone was like, LeBron's got like fucking 4 in-season tournaments, I'd be like, dude, who the fuck cares? That guy is like MJ has still played like game, 8 through 15 or whatever it is. And like, if we just went back and we're like, well, MJ won, his like it, I don't know. It's just part of the regular season. The end goal is a championship. So all the talk about an MVP only being the regular season and this and that, like, what's the point? Like, all this in-season shit, like, why are we trying to make it? The goal is you're the best team in the world for that year. You win a championship. If you win an in-season tournament, what happens if you don't even make the playoffs or if you get kicked out? Like, who cares?
I think you're right about that. I don't think it's going to have much weight, but I think they're going to talk about it like this. Like, yeah, if you win the in-season tournament and don't make the playoffs, nobody's going to give a shit. But if you, like, say Steph Curry in 15-16 had it, or what year we won the ring, if he had that MVP season and he won the NBA championship and his team was good from the get, and they won the in-season tournament, where it was like, oh damn! Not only did they win the championship, and he had the best season ever, he was the best from the start of the season to the end, and just ran through the whole league that year. And I think they will add it on as just like a little cherry on top for those kind of arguments for best
Like
season.
that was
ever.
a dominant season. Like that, they dominated. That was the best team by far. It wasn't like a asterisk by the championship. Like it wasn't like they should have won it. It was like the fucking Dubs. They just dominated. That was one of the best teams ever. I see it. I get it. I still think if somebody was like, oh yeah, they won the in-season tournament, like, and they put that on their accolade list, that's like, oh, I won the summer league championship.
Yeah, I think because it's new, it feels like that. But I think as years go by, it might be more of a thing.
Okay,
Cordy.
Damn, bro.
It's so hard to tell, but I kind of don't feel like it'll be that important on people's resumes, just because, like, I don't know. I guess it could be like it could elevate a championship season a little bit, but if you don't win the championship, then it's not going to really matter that you won the midseason thing. In fact, it would be kind of like, I think people would say, like, more like maybe you, like, fell off or like choked or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could play against you.
Yeah, I think it could actually like be like, oh, this person won all these midseason tournaments and then never won. Like,
do you like it, Court? Do you want it to be a thing, or do you want to get rid of it? Because I know that
I want to see it. I want to see it for sure. So, like, I don't know. I think I'll have my opinion once we witness one.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're trying stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
I
it's
like
cool.
Adam Silver as a commissioner. Sorry, Cody.
Yeah.
But I think he tries to be innovative, and I mean, like, we're going back to the old all-star format. Great, but now we're trying this like in-season tournament. Cool. I think it's cool so far.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like it. My only thing with it was I thought the reason was to kind of bring more eyeballs and make games matter more during the regular season, which I think is the point of it. And I didn't realize how early it was in the season, because everyone right now is so excited that the season started, that everyone wants to like put their stamp on the season, make sure they get off to the right start. And so I thought the in-season tournament should be like December, January, when it's like mid-season lull kind of around right before the All-Star break, when people don't really care that much. Because after the All-Star break, people really pick it up and they try to get their playoff spot. And the beginning of the season, they try to come off good. That those middle months, I feel like is where there's a real lull. And I thought if you put it right there, it would make the whole season entertaining from like start to finish. Where I like the idea. I think it's awesome. I just thought it should be like pushed back a month. Yeah. And I like that it's more like soccer. Soccer has a bunch of stuff like this where they do all kinds of different tournaments and different championships. And I think NBA is trying to be more global like that. Yeah. Because I even think it would be cool if NBA did a Champions League like soccer.
Oh,
like, the Nuggets, the best team from Spain, the best team from Australia. Like, I think the NBA would dominate. But it'd be awesome if there was just like a tournament at the end of the basketball season where all the champions of all of the different leagues played in a Champions League for the World Championship. I think would be so cool.
I think if you gave it enough time, it would level out to where the U.S. was not the best country anymore.
Yeah, it would take some time, but
like I think you've seen enough Jokic's, Giannis's, Luka's, Dirk's, like international players that are so good, but our market, the US's market, that's where the best go. Yeah. Spain, EuroLeague, like amazing, right? But like they're not, like the NBA is the best in the world. Yeah. Soccer, like that market, like there are multiple places that people want to go.
So who's your in-season tournament champion?
Warriors, obviously.
Court?
Dang, yeah. I kind of think maybe LeBron and the Lakers are going to come out tough and try to win it, and they'll take it. Yeah.
I'm going to go Bucks.
Nice.
I think the star power of the Bucks with Dame and Giannis in a single game tournament, I think they can almost get you any single game. I think the playoffs in a series, you could maybe get them. But a single game, I put the odds with them.
That's kind of what I thought if with a healthy LeBron and AD even too. Like they can carry a game, but they're just old and injury prone and whatever. But
Yeah.
they're still both. I mean, LeBron's still so good.
LeBron's so
Yeah.
good. I just don't believe in AD. I've lost
Oh,
faith.
okay.
I don't either.
I
unfortunately.
can
I've lost
understand
all faith.
that. I can understand that.
Which is sad because AD in his years, I don't want to say prime because I think he's pretty young still, but he's big too, so aging is probably a little bit different. But his years on the Pelicans in his dominant years, dude, I mean, AD was an absolute monster.
Dude, he's still even as even
50
last
point
year.
games though,
Yeah.
30,
Well,
20
even last
point
year, he
rebounds.
still has games that it's like, whoa, this guy is like one of the very best players in the world. He's just so inconsistent.
Yeah, and my thing was when they first made that trade, when AD held the Pelicans hostage and went to LA, I thought, oh, LeBron's so smart. He's partnering with the next best guy in the world.
Yeah.
And AD just because that's what he was in New Orleans. He was was next. Everyone was like, if back then it was like, who's going to be the best in the world in 3 years? Everyone thought AD.
He was
Yeah.
next up for a while.
And
He was for sure.
He never hit that.
No.
And he was top 10 and he's solid, but he's just not that. And the injuries where it made it almost way worse.
Well,
I think we should split this up because I gotta go.
Oh, Court, you can't just leave in the middle of the potty, bro.
What are
Because
you doing, Cor?
You're gonna edit.
I'm going to meet
the
my
mix,
lady
right?
at the park. I haven't seen her in too
This
long.
fucking guy. You could have told us, man. You could have told us that was on the schedule because me and Cody's put outside our
I
entire
thought this was gonna be
Saturday.
an hour.
I literally took a day off work.
Hey, let's do
The whole
I
day.
thought this was gonna be an hour.
just sit down for
okay.
5 minutes, Cor. We'll be done in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So the next weekly segment we have is called Highly Disputed, where one of us brings a topic that isn't undisputed, like that other show that's our main competition, but is a very highly disputed topic, and it's a hot take. And
Wait.
so
Can we cut for 1 minute? I just gotta go to the bathroom before.
potty lessons.
One
with Court.
second.
Yeah,
One
go for it, Court.
Court's got to call his lady. It's okay, Court. I support love.
That's nice.
I do. I mean, yeah.
All right.
And then I think just take Court's lines out. Oh, hey, Court.
Oh, hey, dude.
Hey, dude. Hey.
Oh, so highly disputed.
Did you poop?
Yeah, big time.
Nice, dude. Did you call your girlfriend?
No,
Oh,
I
I don't care. Like, whatever. She can wait.
Do you normally call your girlfriend when you go poop?
no.
Dude, you liar. Look at that smile.
And is that a podcast that you started with your girlfriend called Potty Talk?
That's why I gotta go.
Bedroom talk.
Okay, this is a weekly segment we do called Highly Disputed. One of us brings a hot take, and we dispute it. Unlike Undisputed, where they just don't dispute stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't dispute shit. And we dispute everything.
So who's bringing the take?
I got one. If you guys don't
Cody's
have
got it.
Cody. Cody.
I think right now.
Wait. Hold on. We need to do this.
Dun, dun, dun,
Me
dun, dun,
and Court
dun,
go
dun,
dark, and it's like
dun,
spotlight
dun,
on
A
us.
dun,
spotlight.
dun, 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 dun,
Like
dun.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, you do whatever you want, Court.
Yeah, no, Court, do this on. Trust me, when you do
You
sound
are a
effects,
jingle guy.
it's nice.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
Right now, Chet Holmgren is better than Wembanyama. I think. Let me lay out my argument. I think Wemby's a little bigger, and he has that on him. And I think
Mhm.
Wemby's upside has more. But I think Chet is a little bit more. I don't know if coordinated is the right word, but he's got a little more perky. Like he has a better handle, and he's a little bit lower to the ground. And I feel like he's got a little more sauce than Wemby. As terms of I feel like Chet could drive and do a pullback and hit a step back jumper, where Wemby's kind of one dribble pull up, catch and shoot, get to the block. But I think Chet's got a little more to his game right now, and I think That's the difference. And I think he might be a better 3-point shooter.
Mhm.
And I think that right now overcomes the size difference. And I think Chet's better than Wemby right now.
Even though he was hurt, I think a year of like being in the NBA and around that like helps a lot too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like
I do think Wemby's going to outscore him over the course of the year, but I think Chet's just because I think Wemby's going to be the number one option on his team and Chet's going to be the second or third. But I think Chet's better than him right now.
No, Chet's game is more refined right now, for sure. Yeah.
What do you think, Jamie?
Well, I think that if I were to say anything different, it would go against my Rookie of the Year prediction. But right now, Wemby averages, I think, around 20 to 21, and Chet's at around 17 to 18.
Yeah.
So when we say better, right, you're saying that Chet is going to have a better year.
I don't think he's going to average more points. I think just because I think Wemby's going to get all the shots he wants. And Chet's
So do you think, wait, who did you pick for Rookie of the Year? Chet. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say this. I think that Wemby's getting like better and seems to like be learning stuff so fast. Like I think he'll be better than Chet by January. Like that quickly.
I think
Cody, you're saying right now. You're saying right now you think Chet's better. That's your hot take, right?
And this season. Yeah, I think Chet's better than Wemby, right? I think Wemby's got all the hype and Chet doesn't have as much hype. And I think Chet's got more to his game and is also a 7'3" unicorn and is going to be on a winning team. And he's going to average a double-double in the high teens on a winning team and maybe shoot a better percentage.
I think that where I differ from you is I think that Wemby right now is better or more valuable, I guess. No, better. He just looks better. But over the course of the season, they're going to figure Wemby out, and there's less players around him that can help him still be like, not fully focused on. Whereas Chet is on this OKC team where like he is going to, I think their stocks are going to go like Chet is going to go up and Wemby's going to go down. I don't think Wemby's going to tank fully, but I think long-term Chet is not there yet. And Wemby's, I do think Wemby's better currently, but I think Chet will progress more over the season. Whereas I think Wemby is, they haven't figured him out and he's just like the hype and he's got, momentum, but I think he's going to hit a rough streak. And I think,
okay. So I basically think the opposite of that. I think Wemby's getting better already so quickly. And I think he'll be like by the end of this year, I think he'll be peaking. So we'll see.
Let me ask you guys this. Who do you think would win if they played one-on-one right now?
Wemby.
Oh, I'm taking Chet in the one-on-one.
Wemby's just so long, but
he's bigger. Like he's
bigger.
Actually
yeah,
quicker,
I'm taking
too.
Wemby.
I think Chet's quicker. I think that's what it is that I'm trying to put my finger on. Like I think he does have a more handle, but I think Chet's quicker. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
No, I think Chet has got a little more movement. Yeah. Like Chet kind of plays a little more like a guard than Wemby does, but they're both like crazy talented for big men outside of the paint.
Yeah. I'm taking Chet and Wemby. If you guys want to set up a 1v1 match hosted by the Third Take podcast, we will do the whole video and production for you guys.
Yeah.
You can come on the pod and play one-on-one anytime you want.
You just bring us over, fly us out, pay us for everything. Food, drinks, everything. Standard. And just put us up. Really nice hotel. Get us court, and we'll take care of the rest. Yeah. You guys are listening to this right now.
Yeah,
guys.
Thank you, Wembanyama.
Yes.
So.
Oui. Bonjour.
Oh wait, I think I know how to do this.
Oui.
Nous allons jouer au basket avec Wembanyama. I think I just said we want to go play basketball with Wembanyama.
Nice.
If Wemby sees this, let's make it happen.
Good luck, Wemby. Not you.
No, I picked Chet over you. Which brings us to our last section of the podcast.
Buckets and buds. And basically we just answer fan questions and, crack a beer or White Claw or whatever. That's what you have on the beat sheet.
Yeah, it's not a script. It's, notes.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right, and now we'll just roll right into our last segment of the potty.
And I actually have a few questions here from username Papa Smurf. He's the number one fan of the show, honestly. He's in our comments every week.
Yeah,
His first question is, how are CP3 and Steph going to coexist in Golden State?
you have one word: flawless. They will flawlessly work together, and it's beautiful basketball. That's all I gotta say.
I think Chris has already opened up Steph's game when they're on the court together. There's a little bit of a defensive liability, but he's really unlocked the second unit, which is the biggest Warriors problem, is the non-Steph units. And they've been, I think, as good as the Steph minutes without him on the floor because of Chris Paul, I think.
It's like Sean Livingston, but better. I love Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston was so nice for us.
Dude, but it's the pull up off the dribble game. It's the facilitator game. It's the guy who can come in and handle that role. He plays well with Steph, too.
Yeah.
Like, you have both guys on the floor.
Yeah.
Sean Livingston, that length on defense. Was also...
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have one more question this week, and it's from username Papa Smurf again. He leaves so many comments.
Yeah, just a big fan.
He said this, not me. Is Victor Wembanyama the answer that will take Pop back into dominance? So I think he's referencing Victor Wembanyama there.
Yeah,
I'm a believer.
I like Victor. What was it? Yam.
Yam.
Yam and Yam.
Yam. Yeah,
Victor
I
Yam
like
and
that,
Yam.
actually.
Yeah.
Court, what do you think?
I'm a believer. I'm all aboard the hype train. I think that
How
he's
long
going
does
to
it
be a generational player, and I think that they're also super young and have tons of cap room and they can, once he becomes that player that reaches his once he's entering his prime, they'll be able to fill out their roster around him perfectly. And I think that's Spurs staff will do a good job doing that.
So do you think it'll be another Spurs dynasty similar to what they had with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili? And if so, how long does it take for them to get to that point where they're back and winning a championship or more?
Well, the dynasty like that, so many things has to go right, but I think they will win a couple championships at least. And I think 4 years from now.
Here's what I think. I think he's not going to take Pop back into dominance. I think he will. I think Victor might win some rings in his career. I don't think he'll be doing it young enough to where Pop is the head coach. I don't think, because Pop is getting up there. I don't know how long he's going to be the head coach. And let's say he coaches 5 more years.
Yeah.
I don't think Victor's getting it done with how far away their roster is from being a championship team. And because also, I think Pop is, if not number one, the second best coach of all time. He's right up there.
Yeah.
But when he drafted Tim Duncan, they were a 50-win team with David Robinson already there. And then they added Tony Parker, and then they added Manu. Tim Duncan walked into a lot, and then Pop added to it. Where right now, Wembanyama, it's the Wembanyama show, and I doubt they're going to be making the playoffs or getting 40 wins even. And so
that's kind of what I meant by things going right, is the way those rosters overlapped with great players, just was worked perfectly to have that huge run. Right. Yeah. So I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think he's taken Pop into another dynasty or another dominant run. I think Pop.
Do you think he'll get a ring with Pop or no?
No.
If he gets a ring with Pop, I bet you Pop retires.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just after that season.
I think it might be a last hurrah. Take the young kid, get him a ship, build him and make him into a leader. Create the culture. But because it kind of does seem like he's getting towards the end of his coaching career, even though he's not that old. Like, you look at him on TV, like, and he's in his interviews, he's still kicking. He's still sarcastic. He's still like sharp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he takes teams that like you're like they don't even have that much talent sometimes, but makes them really good. His championship teams usually have a lot of talent, but he'll get good teams or he'll get mediocre-ish teams into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're usually winning.
So do you think Wemby's winning a ring with Pop?
I think that would be cool if they got one together and then, you know, Pop left and Wemby could kind of continue on. If that was the storyline. I think things will take a little bit longer. I think Wemby, it'll be more like a 6-year thing for him to be like the guy winning championships in that position. He's still like he is talented, but he's young.
Yeah.
And you kind of see that like in his presence still.
Yeah. Nice, guys. I think that's the first episode of Third Take.
Hell yeah.
We're not your number one or your second best NBA podcast, but we strongly believe we're your number one third best podcast.